If I hear one more real estate agent say we don't accept offers with a VA loan, I might actually scream. But here's the truth. A lot of agents believe VA loans are outdated or just plain wrong. Somebody heard something from somebody else 20 years ago, or they took one look at the VA paperwork and they ran the other way. I get it. I'm Rebecca Foote with the Rebecca Foote Mortgage Team, and VA loans are one of the loans we love the most. This video is made for real estate agents, but if you're a veteran or active duty and you want your agent to get it, please send it to them. That's exactly what it's for. So today, I'm busting the 6 biggest VA myths, the one that quietly cost your veteran clients deals, and by the end, you'll feel genuinely confident writing that offer. Myth number 1, VA buyers need a down payment. Nope. VA loans are 0 down. No down payment, as long as the veteran has enough entitlement available and it's not already tied up. And the entitlement part? That's not your job. That's mine. I verify the eligibility. I request the certificate of eligibility. I handle the qualifying. You help them find the home that they love. Here's one I have to clear up, and I hear it consistently. A veteran can use their VA benefits more than once, and they can even have more than one property with a VA loan on it at the same time. Each veteran gets a set amount of entitlement, and that can cover one or more than one house. Even if they run out, they can still buy with a VA loan. They might just need a down payment on the difference between the entitlement that they have left and the sales price of the home. Any good VA lender can run those exact numbers for their situation. So myth number 1, busted. 0 down and reusable. But the benefit that really moves the monthly payment is myth number 2. Myth number 2, VA loans cost more. Actually, it comes in cheaper every month, and here's why. 3 reasons: no down payment, lower interest rates, and no monthly mortgage insurance. Down payment, we covered. That alone removes one of the biggest barriers for any buyer. Next is rates. VA rates are typically lower than conventional, and that's not random, it's structural. The government guarantees part of the VA loan, which lowers the risk for the lender, and lower risk tends to mean lower rates. So if you have a lender telling you that VA rates are higher than conventional, that's worth a second opinion. Now, your veteran's exact rate still depends on their credit, the lender, and the day that they lock. But as a rule, VA comes with a built-in edge. Then there's mortgage insurance, or really lack of it. A conventional buyer with less than 20% down pays private mortgage insurance every single month. VA, none, 0. Put a lower rate together with no mortgage insurance, and your veteran's monthly payment for the same house at the same price comes in noticeably lower than a conventional buyer. That's a big reason we're seeing so many veterans, especially younger ones, buying right now. VA removes the upfront barrier and the monthly one. So myth number 2, busted. But there's one VA cost people love to bring up, so let's put it in its place, and that's myth number 3. Myth number 3, that the VA funding fee makes it a bad deal. Not once you understand it. There's one fee that's specific to VA, the funding fee. It's a one-time fee that goes straight to VA to keep the program running. And for most first-time VA buyers putting 0 down, it's 2.15% of the loan amount right now. And it can be rolled into the loan, so it's not out of pocket at closing. And if they're putting money down, that percentage actually drops. Here's the part people miss. A lot of veterans are actually exempt entirely. If a veteran receives VA disability compensation for a service-connected disability, the funding fee is waived, and some others qualify for it too, like certain surviving spouses. So for many veterans we work with, this fee is simply 0. And the funding fee is not mortgage insurance. It's a one-time fee, not every month. Run the math over the life of the loan, and VA almost always comes out ahead. So myth 3, busted. Now before I hit the myth, I hear the most about one quick thing, and it's the only favor I ask this whole video. If you work with buyers, save my number or contact our team. So the next time you got a veteran client, you already have a VA lender who knows this inside and out. The link is in the description below. Okay, back to it. The myth I hear the most about is myth number 4. Myth number 4, VA loans take forever. No, not anymore. Most VA loans close in 30 days or less, right alongside conventional. In some markets with fast appraisals, they're closing in about 3 weeks. If a lender is quoting you 45 to 60 days on a standard VA purchase, that's a lender problem, not a VA problem. The only VA loan that tends to run longer is VA construction, and that's true for any construction loan. For a standard home purchase, 30 days or less, all day long. So myth number 4, busted. Okay, this next one is my favorite to bust. That's myth number 5. Myth number 5, the idea that some VA inspector shows up and tears apart the house. There is no VA inspector, there's an appraiser. And a VA appraiser does the same thing a conventional or FHA appraiser does. They go to the property, they measure the square feet, they take the photos, they pull comparable sales, and they determine the value. Same process across all loan types. But Rebecca, I hear VA appraisers are really tough. What they're actually doing is checking for health and safety. That's the distinction. They're not looking for perfection. No house is perfect, and I would never close a loan if they required it to be. What gets flagged is genuine safety stuff. A staircase with no handrail, a balcony door that opens to a drop because there's no deck, exposed electrical, or peeling paint. And here's the thing, a conventional appraisal will call out a lot of that too. That's not a VA standard, that's a safety standard. I had a file recently where the home had exposed wiring. The agent was a little nervous. I just said, can we get it fixed before closing? And that's exactly what happened. An electrician fixed the wiring, the appraiser confirmed it, we closed on time, no delays. Flagged, fixed, done. And that's true for conventional and FHA too. One more thing I love about VA. The VA puts a time limit on how fast the appraiser has to turn the report in. So the VA appraisals often come back faster than conventional and FHA. So myth 5, busted. The last myth, it's the one that costs your seller nothing, even though everyone swears it does. That's myth number 6. Myth number 6, a VA offer costs your seller extra. This one really gets to me. I have literally seen coaching content telling agents to avoid VA offers for this reason. That is decades out of date. A VA offer costs a seller no more than a conventional or an FHA offer does today. The veteran can ask the seller to chip in on closing costs, exactly like any buyer can do, but nothing is requiring the seller to pay any specific fees. The termite inspection used to have to be seller paid, but that rule changed a few years back. The veteran is allowed to pay for it now. So if you're in a multiple offer situation and your veteran's offer is a VA offer, do not let old myths talk you or your seller out of it. It's government backed, it's strong, and it competes. That's myth 6, busted. All 6 down, let me bring it home. Here's what you actually need to know as an agent with a veteran client. VA is 0 down. Rates are typically lower than conventional. There's no monthly mortgage insurance. There's a one-time funding fee that you can roll into the loan, and many veterans are exempt entirely. These loans usually close in 30 days or less. The appraiser is looking for health and safety, not perfection. And the VA offer costs your seller no more than any other offer. That's it. No certification course, nothing to be afraid of. What it does take is a lender who knows VA code and picks up the phone when you have a question mid-deal. At the Rebecca Foote Mortgage Team, we do VA loans every day in 9 states, and we have for 20 years. If you got a veteran client and you're unsure about anything, reach out. The link is in the description. First VA deal, even better, I'll walk you through it. These men and women have served our country, and this benefit exists because of that service. When agents actually understand this loan, we get our veterans the benefit that they've earned. If this helped, subscribe, because I put something like this out every week for buyers, sellers, and agents who work with them. Got a topic you want covered? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one of them. I'm Rebecca Foote, and I'll see you in the next one.